Welcome to Make With Me Monday. My name is Robin French Smith, and today we're gonna try to make sushi rolls. We're gonna try it. I haven't tried it. I haven't tried it. So this is in my mixer. We're gonna do one out of Wonder Bar. So in my mixer, I have all my Wonder Bar mixed together, everything except my rubbing alcohol, and I'm just gonna pour it in right now. I'll lift the lids up so you can see. Just gonna start to pour some rubbing alcohol in, and I'm looking for it to be pressing consistency. Let me get some gloves too. Okay, so I'm looking for pressing consistency, which is going to be, it'll sort of slightly, it won't cling to the side of the bowl, and it kind of like flops around. I don't know how else to describe it. Oh, hi July. Hi Sarah. Thank you guys for joining today. So I'm gonna be out of town next week, so Amanda and I switched. She was gonna do today, and then I was like, oh hey, I have to go out of town, so we switched, so I'm doing today. So that Amanda can do next week. So I don't know, y'all tell me, does sushi count as junk food? I don't know if it does or not. I feel like for me it's a binge food, so like I feel like I'm justified in saying that sushi is junk food, but I don't know. Okay, so we see here the mix. It's just kind of flopping around. It's not clinging to the side of the bowl too much. But it's holding together. It's not really sticking to my glove when I pick it up and hold it. So there you go. Now this mold, I have not tried this mold yet. It came in last week, and then I had to go to the hospital on Tuesday. So it came in on like Monday. So I haven't had even a chance to try it. I'm so excited to try it, see if it works. And it's a bath bomb mold from Cada molds, and it is a sushi roll. Like, I'm so excited about this, and I really want to try it. I don't know, it excites me with all the possibilities. Now I don't know if it'll work for Wonder Bar though, because it's like, you know, it's like kind of sticky, and then like how am I gonna get it in there, and how am I gonna like roll it into there and all that stuff? I don't know. We're gonna try this together, and I'm not gonna color the dough because I mean, I just feel like a sushi roll would be like not colored. Like maybe I'll paint the outside with like some green, like the way you would paint the outside of, like the way the outside of a sushi roll has like that seaweed around it. What is that? Is that seaweed? For somebody who likes sushi so much, I don't know much about it, to be honest. Like, I feel like it's a binge-worthy food though, because it's like one of my favorite foods. Nobody else in my family likes it. I always get really sad because my favorite sushi place is closed on it's closed on Sundays, so it's always closed on Mother's Day. Really? Okay, so let's just like try to think through this. I think the best way to do this is to go like this, and to stick it down in the inside of it like that. So I'm gonna, you know what this dough reminds me of right now? I don't know if you've watched like the videos with like the really cool like Asian dough things, and they like take the dough and they like cut it, and then they turn it into like birds and stuff. That rice dough. This is not good. It's like, I wish that this could do this, but I don't think that it can do that. It doesn't have that much skill to it. Just gonna shove some down in there and see if this works. So yeah, just a little bit different kind of not face-to-face, right? Make With Me Monday today. we're just gonna experiment. Most of the time I kind of know that something will work because I at least have tried the molds. Haven't even tried the mold yet. Okay. Is that gonna work? Okay. I probably am molding this wrong. Hold on, let's do like this. This seems smarter. It might not be smarter, but it feels smarter at the moment. It wants to work so badly. Please work. Come on. Come on. Honestly, this looks like a giant donut. It might, oh, it worked. Okay. It might actually work better. I mean, especially for Wonder Bar, if I just do it solid instead of trying to do the hole. That did work though. I just have to say. I mean, okay, I don't necessarily suggest to do what I just did, but it did work. It did work though. Okay, let me try one solid. My eyelashes look amazing. Thank you, Carrie. You know what I did? Because I was like stuck in bed. I couldn't go anywhere, and I was like, I hate being stuck and not doing stuff. I hate that. I hate it so much. My friend does eyelashes, and I was like, will you do my eyelashes for Mother's Day? So this is my first time in my whole life I've ever had not real eyelash. I can't even put on fake eyelashes. So I was like, I can't even do that. And I don't know that I actually am gonna like them like in the long run. I'm actually tolerating them pretty well right now. But like when we went to Puerto Rico, I was like, oh, I'm getting a spray tan before I go to Puerto Rico because I'm not gonna go there and look even paler than I am right now. And like the whole time I was there, I hated it. So I can't stand like fake nails. Okay, that did not work. I mean, that's easier to do. It looks like a hockey puck. Or not, an air hockey puck. Actually. So thank you. I sat for a long time trying to get my eyelashes done. Okay, that did not really work, but I feel like that has potential, like maybe for another project. That's kind of exciting, actually. So I'm gonna do this again. I feel like this was okay. Just gonna do that, stick that down in there. We'll do like 3 rolls, and then I think I'm gonna split the batch because I was talking with my friend Jamie and her man Brandon, and we were talking about like, oh, you could pipe like down the center of it like an orange and a green and a white, so it would look like a, what is that, California roll? So it look like that. Did I do this last time? Yeah, I did this last time. Sorry, this is what happens when I'm experimenting. You're getting to see the real kind of reality of it. Okay, so it did like, it's not like perfect. What am I doing? It's not like perfect as far as like, because I'm, you know, it's like a distance I'm smashing it in there. So there's possibly a better way to do this, but I also kind of don't mind. Let me get a phonic cutter. Yeah, do this. See if I can do this. See, that's smart. Can you see it? That's smart. That kind of like separates it a little bit. I think that's smart. I don't know actually. Come away. So with bath bomb, this would definitely work with bath bomb. I was just like really wanted to do, I really wanted to do the whole thing as a bubble bar, but it probably would work better if the outside shell was bath bomb. So I've just done that for you. I've just tested that theory for you, and now we all know together. It's okay if the top looks a little janky because I have some of them new cosmetic sprinkles. Have you heard of them? Yeah, I got some of those new cosmetic sprinkles. And I'm going to put those on top so they look like rice. So smart. I feel like I was just like so exciting when I thought of that. So, sorry. Just had that moment. Oh, Jamie says carrots, cucumber. Oh yeah, crab. We talked about like imitation crab. I think that's is that a California roll or a Philadelphia roll? I don't know. One of those like not really. It's not really sushi, but we'll let it slide. It's like an intro sushi. It's like how you get people into sushi. Because I feel like real sushi, like sashimi, like that's not junk food. But I do feel like a crab one, like a fried eel, like the crunchy lady tiger eye dragon roll or whatever, you know what I'm talking about. Those, I feel like that is junk. If it's deep fried with like mayonnaise sauce on it, which I know I was hating on mayo last week, but there are a few things mayo's okay on fish. It's okay on fish, so it's like okay as like tartar sauce or on tuna. Y'all are funny with the mayo comments though. I'm just saying. I'm not going to say that you're wrong because that's rude, but I mean, mayo, you need to think about that choice. I'm just saying. I hope that you guys make some hamburgers. You should have, you might possibly have all the tools for a hamburger kind of like on hand, right? I know this one is a new mold, so you might not have it like sitting around, but a hamburger is just a macaroon mold. And then next week is the last week that we are going to be doing a junk food project. And then after that, we're going to switch to a new theme where we'll take a week off. So you have all that time left to show us what you make. Just saying. And then we'll switch to a new theme. Okay, so this is messy, okay? I'm not gonna like pretend it's not messy. It's a little messy. It's whatever. Okay. I have this, so this is still one size batch of Wonder Bar. Okay, so now I'm gonna take this rest of my mix. I'm gonna add a bunch more rubbing alcohol to it. Oy. Almost dropped it. Actually, I'm gonna split it. So let's do, because if I'm gonna add the rubbing alcohol and then add the colors, I'm gonna dry it out. So I might as well split it first. Okay, so I'm gonna split it. I have way more color. This is way more than I need, but it's like hard to mix it once it's like down to a certain point. So, okay. So let's add rubbing alcohol and color. So to add rubbing alcohol to get it to a piping consistency, we're just gonna add rubbing alcohol until it's a piping consistency. It's like, this is a common theme for me. If you've done the boot camps, you know. I will need more rubbing alcohol, so might as well start trying to open that bottle now. Because for real, it gives me trouble. Why is this so hard for me? There you go. So if you've ever done a 3-color piping, have you? If not, I'm about to show you. This is how I do them. Okay, so this will be our white one. So let me move this back here for a minute. So to do multiple colors in a piping bag, I'm going to take some cling wrap. I'm just going to lay it out. And then I'm going to scoop my mix onto here. It doesn't have to be perfect. But you can see, I mean, you can see that it's loose and like squishy, right? Can you see that? Like, you can see that. It's like when your mom's like, you're fine. And you're like, no. Thanks for asking though. Okay, so this is really like unfancy, if that's a word. It's very simple. How about that? I feel like unfancy is like more indicative of how unfancy it is. Like, I'm sure there's fancier ways to do it, but this is the very unfancy way to do this. Okay, so I'm gonna take another, stick it in there. Add some more rubbing alcohol, and I'm sorry, I don't know if you can see the mess, but it's like messy. Okay, so I'm gonna add some more rubbing alcohol. I'm gonna use this called Sockeye. Feels appropriate because salmon. Is it salmon or crab? I don't know. My bad. And I'm just gonna add like a tiny bit. It's like a pinky orange, orangey red. And I'm just gonna let that go until it's all mixed in. Then I'll splat it here, and then I'll do the same with green, and I'll splat it there. It's unfancy, like I said. I'm sure that there's like a better word for that, but this could probably be a little bit more orange, but I'm happy with this. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, so as you can see, it's very sticky, and it does smell strongly of rubbing alcohol at the moment, but that rubbing alcohol will evaporate. You won't smell it in the finished product. Don't worry. I'm using 91%. I've used 99%. Both are fine. If you're super worried about it, you can turn your 99% into 91% by adding 8 grams of distilled water for every 100 grams of 91%. Right? Yeah. And we talked about, I probably have talked about this, but I like highly don't suggest using 70%. I don't know if I've talked about that, but like you can if it's like last resort, but I like don't suggest it. That's for sure. It's very difficult to work with when you do that. Okay, and I need to grab some lakes for a green. I've got some colors from TKV today. I only just got them a few months ago, and I haven't really tested them out very much, to be honest. Seems like a good day to test them out. So add that. For a green, that's a light green, I'm gonna want to do mostly yellow and a tiny, tiny bit of blue. I mean, I'm talking like a tiny bit of blue, and I can always add more, but you can't take it away, right? So I'm gonna stick that into my mixer again. See if there's comments. Nectaria, I thought about you. I got my eyelashes did, girl, for the first time in my life. And I thought about you, because the girl was like, I also do eyebrows, which I'm like, I am enjoying the return of natural bushy brows. Thank you very much. I grew up in the 90s when we were all trying to do like Monica from Friends type of brows where they were like super thin. So I'm enjoying the return of thick brows, but I'm like, no, I'm good on that. God did not shortchange me on eyebrows, but thank you. But she like, apparently this girl, she like tattoos lips and stuff. I was like, I'm still like having commitment issues over some lashes that are gonna like fall off my face in 3 weeks. So I think that like we'll hold off on like tattooing things to my face, but I definitely thought about people who have made that incredible commitments to cosmetics. Next up is lip tattoos. Look, I mean, I would totally do like a face tattoo, like something crazy, but not like cosmetic, like a face tattoo. Okay, look at this beautiful green. Can you see how beautiful this green is? And that was with lakes, and that's how I incorporate lakes into my Wonder Bar. I just add it on in, mix it on in. I don't do anything fancy. I don't add them to oil first because they're oil soluble or anything like that. I just throw them on in there and let them mix up. It's pretty. Say it with me. I'm fancy. Now this is looking a little bit like, I don't know, candy, Viva La Mexico, Christmas, I don't know. I probably should have gone a little bit more orangey in color in that, in this red, but it's already happening, so we're not, you can't take it back now, it's happening. We're doing this. Okay, so the next step is to yeah, I'm just gonna roll this all up together like so. There's like a little freaking fly flying around here. He needs to go somewhere else. He's bothering me. Okay, I'm just gonna roll that up. Looking real good there. You can actually do this and store Wonder Bar kind of indefinitely, to be honest. I'm not gonna use a piping tip because I don't want to swirl it or anything like that. I'm just gonna stick my Wonder Baby into here. Sorry, it just feels like, it was like, ugh, like, you know, like a newborn, like, whoa. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? Okay, you have to trim the end. Let's trim this end since it's like the cleanest looking side. Or actually, no, we'll twist that because we don't want it squashing out the top. So we'll trim this end. Okay. Now we'll stick this into our bag. Stick Wonder Baby into the bag. Yeah, it's looking good, right? Okay, then I'm just gonna like cut off a big section of this because I just want it to all like come out real fast and kind of one time, you know? Okay. So these excellently shaped, they look really good right now. Okay. So basically you just squeeze your bag, and I'll do a couple test ones to make sure it's all coming out. So I want to get some of that white coming out, which is like taking its time. Okay, there we go. It looks like ice cream. I don't know. Okay, but we're doing it. It's already happening. We're doing it. So I'm just going to squeeze straight and like tap it down. Do the same thing. Squeeze straight and like tap it down. squeeze straight in there. Yeah, I was worried about having too much. I obviously do have too much, but I have like just the right amount of too much, if that makes sense. Okay, once that dries, I can actually like smooth it out a little bit more. And I will probably wait to paint the outside like seaweed look for it until later. I could just pipe this out. I don't know what I will do with it, but it looks delicious. Honestly, it looks like some kind of freaking froyo green tea ice cream. Oh my gosh, have you ever had like that green tea ice cream and then they have like really good strawberry ice cream like at a ramen house? That's what I'm talking about. Okay, so we're almost done. But wait, there's more. Okay, so next step, I have prepared over here some cocoa butter drizzle, and it's really thin because I probably had the heat on too high. So I'm going to just give it a second. You can see like it's real thin. It's like pouring like, this is Amanda's drizzle recipe from Fun in the Tub, which you can use a basic drizzle recipe, which a basic drizzle recipe is just going to be like equal parts of cocoa butter and baking soda or cornstarch. So you can use a basic drizzle recipe if you want to. I love this recipe just because, number one, it's fluid, and then number two, it has surfactants in it, so it breaks up a little bit easier in the tub, in my opinion. I'm gonna add, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna add some cornstarch to it to thicken it up a little bit. That's a bad choice. I like always tell people, don't just start, like, you know, if like in there in the middle of mixing things, you just really, it's like such a bad idea when you're like in the middle of making bath bombs, you're like, I'm just gonna add some more baking soda to it and see if that helps, because like you can never keep track of what you done did. But I know I didn't actually I put a little bit less cornstarch in here than I did cocoa butter anyway. Okay, so there it's like thicker, a little bit thicker. So anyway, all right, I'll quit talking. I'll just do. So I'm just gonna like add it around the top right here. Add it around the top. And then I'm gonna add my rice. So I have blue on me. I have some white sprinkles here. That's why you should wear gloves, people, the whole time. Remember when I was like just a tiny smidge of blue? Remember that? Made a bad choice. Okay, yeah. Go ahead and put a glove on because what's happening? Okay, so I have some of the cosmetic bath sprinkles here in white, which I don't know. Amanda posted last, like, that hers look like cheese, and like I so far I just feel like there's something about white sprinkles. They all look like cheese to me. I feel like that's like a real common. So yeah, they kind of look like cheese to me too. And somebody commented, they're like, I feel like this group is always hungry. And I was like, yeah, that's right, girl, we are. So I am sprinkling the cosmetic bath sprinkles rice on here. The other thing that I feel like the white could look like is like shredded coconut. I feel like you could totally go that direction with it. I don't know. It's like once you start making sprinkles, I've seen some other people post this too, but it's like once you start making them, it's extremely addictive. I don't know why. I don't know what it is about it, but it's extremely addictive. Okay. Oh my gosh. It does definitely have like an ice cream kind of vibe to it though. Not gonna lie. Yep, slow power mode. I hope it didn't lose picture. Probably that pink is really kind of throwing it off and making it look real like, that's a tasty snack. Not so much sushi. But I think when I paint the green around the side, that'll definitely possibly give it sushi vibes. And if not, then I just made like a delicious little Debbie, like, right? Snowball or something. Like, it also has that feel like a little Debbie snowball, which I always hated those, but they still looked pretty because they're like pink and they have like the white things on them, coconut or whatever. Or the Good Humor bars where it's like, I'm sorry, I'm just talking about food. The Good Humor bars where it's like the strawberry ones with the crunchies on the outside. Those were my go-to, like, ice cream trucks coming around. That's the one I'm getting. That's the one I'm getting without fail. It's the strawberry with the crunchies on it. Which, like, do we even know what those crunchies were? Do we even have an answer for what that was? I don't think so. And, like, they have them in gas stations. Don't want them. Not interested. Not unless it comes from the ice cream truck and I pay $5 for it. On the beach, where it will melt in 5 seconds. Then I'll do that. But otherwise, no. Okay, let's top this last guy. I mean, you know, if I had made the green and the pink separate, I probably could have done ginger and wasabi. Right? Like if I hadn't put them all in one piping bag like that, or if I had used the other thing that you can do when you're piping 3 colors is you can do the cellophane thing, or you can do like 3 separate bags, like 3 small bags that you put into the large bag. It'll all come out together, but it keeps them separate inside. That's another thing I could have done. If that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. And then I could have, if I had done that, I would have been able to pull them out, and all this extra, I could have like separated it and had ginger and wasabi. So that's another possibility to do with that. Okay. I mean, I'm still pretty excited about that. Let's see. Let me grab some green mica. Let's just humor me real quick. Not mica, a green blend that I already have made up. Here we go. This is a lake blend. So lake blends get crunchy, but you can still use them. You just have to kind of hydrate back up. Let's just try. I feel like I just have to see. Of course, I'm just going to tempt fate by picking the dang thing up. Why do I do this to myself? Now, I've said before that Wonder Bar, I think somebody commented like, oh, Robin said Wonder Bar can't be painted. It can be painted. Obviously, I'm painting it right now. It just, what I was trying to say is that it doesn't quite hold the color the same way a bath bomb does, but it can definitely be painted, and the closer it is to being fresh that you paint it, I feel like the better it does as far as like holding the color. But yeah, you can definitely paint it. You just can't expect it to hold color necessarily the same way a bath bomb would, where it like doesn't have any, like, it soaks in all the way and nothing like rubs off. It will kind of, in the packaging or whatever, tend to do that, so that is the only thing. But since this is super fresh, it should work. That feels a little bit more like sushi, right? Kind of. You could also add some texture to it, like use a clay tool, like kind of scrape it a little bit gently on the outside. I mean, there's just like all kinds of things that you can do with it to give it that extra je ne sais quoi. That little, I don't know what it is, but it's something special. And actually the brush strokes kind of work like the sushi paper. Yeah? Do we feel it? Yes, maybe, yes, no, maybe so. Huh? I like it. I'm gonna say I'm happy with that. I'm gonna put this down and I will paint the rest later when my hands aren't dirty. But Kayla says that it's a cheesecake. It does kind of look like, yeah. There's like all kinds of things. It doesn't necessarily, I think that it would read better as sushi if I had done the outside shell as bath bomb, but I didn't want to do that. I was like being real stubborn and I wanted it to work the way I wanted it to work, so sorry, my bad. Anyway, guys, thank you for joining the Make With Me Monday today. This is a Cada mold. I will put a link in the description for where I got it and where you can get the recipes that I talked about, the colors that I used today, and if you have any other questions, you can ask them, and I will try to answer them if I'm able to. Happy making.